For this video, my WWF LJNs, I'm going to take these two Ricky the Dragon Steamboats and I'm going to turn them into the Amazon from the NES Nintendo Pro Wrestling game. Alright, so the first thing that I've done for Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, who is now going to become the Amazon from Pro Wrestling on NES, is I have combined my two epoxies, which is I call milliput all the time, but epoxy is the same thing, where you take a little bit of both pieces and then you mold them together for a little bit, wet your fingers so they work a little bit better, and then what I will do is I will put it on his face and I will spread it out so it's pretty even. Now I've done one already. Here it looks right now. I'm just going to let it set temporarily, dry just a little bit, and then what I'll do, like I said and showed you, is I will mold it to his head. Takes a little bit of time to do, but it's really not too bad. This epoxy works really well once you've got it on, so no issues there. Hey, there's Warlord, there's Barbarian saying hi. And so I'll mold it a little bit. I'll show you what that looks like in just a little bit. Okay, here's now what I've done with the Amazon. Kind of looks a little goofy, but you got to put the milliput on top of the milliput and then start working it. Again, so you're trying to get to that. So I'm just going to sit here and mold this together, and I'm actually going to do that with these other guys as well so it doesn't harden too quickly. So there you go. So here's the face of Amazon before I pat everything down. Cut out the eye holes, cut out the mouth hole, and then I put his higher brow, and then down here are his two gills. Now, I'm sure you'll look at this and be like, what the heck is that? Well, here's what they end up being. As I've smoothed them down, I've given them their lines. The gills go up and down, and kind of that brow area goes almost like an east-west. And trust me, once it's finished, again, it'll look better all smoothed out. But that's where we are for the time being, so I'll smooth this one out in just a little bit. Kind of looks like Mr. Bill, I guess, but I'll take care of this one in a little bit. Okay, so I've progressed on to the Amazon figure. So their faces have kind of set. And I know it still looks a little weird, but everything will be a little different when I add the pinks and other tones to it. But there's the green. Kind of this limey green color. Some of the legs going on as well. I'm doing 3 of these at one time, so just continue to put some layers on, and then we'll start shading, putting some pink on. Alright, here's my progress on the Amazons. My little collection here. Not looking too bad now that they've got some gloss on them. And about 4,000 coats of paint. Then I'll let the Mod Podge sit in a little bit, and I'm going to add some of the skin tone to it. You can see kind of the brown that I've lightly added to the rest of the figure there to make them stand out. And then probably put these online and sell them. Alright, so here's the final video for the Amazon. I finally got some belts in for them that were from the NES game. My friend did them online, and a friend online did them. And so there we go. They turned out Ricky Dragon Steamboat. You can note that the faces are a little bit different. That's okay, because when you're modeling clay, you can't get them all perfect, especially when you're doing a whole bunch of them, and that's how they turned out. And so now I've got a couple of these lots to sell with the belt, and we'll pair the Starman with Amazon and see how that goes. So there you go, all finished.